I wanted to just explain to some of you a couple things. Number one, I contacted and filled out the complaints for both the channel spoofing and the charge of impersonating a YouTube channel owner. I wanted to explain something to you both on both areas. Well, there can be multiple channels that have names very similar. I don't have a problem with that there could be another MicheleDalene, because there is a French pronunciation of my name, which is the same, which is Dalene, when it actually is French. Now, so there could be another MicheleDalene. So for the channel impersonation, YouTube may let it slide. Okay, may. Of course, I did send them a link, and I sent them my real link to my real channel. The impersonation of me, the YouTube is going to require that you send a copy of your ID card, such as your driver's license and state-issued ID card. I happen to have mine, and I sent it out to the YouTube reporting form, verifying indeed that I am the original MicheleMarieDalene, and I give my Gmail address. The other MicheleDalene, she doesn't say Marie in her middle name, is going to have to again submit her own IDs, such as her driver's license and things like that. I don't have a problem if there really is a MicheleDalene. Okay, if you are real, that's fine. I don't have a problem with you being real. But if you watch tonight's live chat, you probably will notice that she was claiming that I was saying that was the fake one. Well, first of all, my channel has been around since 2010. Yours had been around since October 22nd of 2017. That's a big difference in dates here. Because I've been on YouTube all those years, it would be really hard to say that I was spoofing you, because unless you can prove, which you can't, because I didn't do anything wrong to you, YouTube is probably more likely is going to look at the situation, go as, well, MicheleMarieDalene has been around a long time, and because of that reason, we are going to agree that the other channel may or may not be allowed to stay. They might say to let it stay, but then maybe not. It all depends on them. The impersonation of a physical person, if the other MicheleDalene cannot prove by state ID that she exists, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation will be involved, and it becomes a felony. Under the United States code, US, I don't know which section, I'll have to double check that, USC code. But, and YouTube will rightfully process that, since I have a proof of ID that I've been here a long time, and it's a new ID card. So, and it's federal endorsed. It's got the gold star on it, so it's a federal ID. So I think that's going to make a difference as well. Now, we had some pretty good conversations, and there was a lot of great people, and I really, really feel bad for those who really wanted to have great conversations and kind of got stuck in the middle of this. And that's what happens when you're doing live streams, is sometimes you get conversations can go pear-shaped pretty quick. And it says, Krista, well, Krista, first of all, I can prove on me, because I have an ID card, and it is a federal. It's a federal ID, so it does along with my Social Security card, the Medicare card, and so I have IDs that prove I'm legitimate. So I don't think it's really the same thing as saying as I not exist, because I do. God, are we gonna have a live stream again? I'll take that as a yeah. Yeah, I guess you can call this part 2, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't plan to go in doing another live stream. I just wanted to try to clear the air why, for some people wondered why I exited so abruptly. I exited so abruptly because I had two things I had to deal with. One, the computer was running like constipated molasses. It wasn't working well. And because it wasn't working well, I decided to try my best to um, take care of that by communicating with you guys. And I got to go back to my other window here so I can. I wasn't going to take questions, but the hell with it. I've got a feeling. I got something feeling some will show up anyway. They always do. Oops, wrong screen. Well, not really. Well, as long as it's not the one that's the hang-on screen. Okay. So anyway, the point I'm trying to say is since I have federal IDs and I have everything, picture IDs and everything, YouTube is going to be investigating as if they think it's serious enough, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Homeland Security will get involved as well. But I don't think it's going to quite get that bad. But if you are indeed legitimate, again, I welcome you with open arms. Oh, yes, I did unblock the other people that they asked me about. I did see that Shakira, I did not realize I blocked her a couple weeks ago. I unblocked her. She's unblocked. Brian K is unblocked. So I kept my end of the deal. Well, I would like to ask for all those people who out there that like to create so much havoc on my channel, especially during the live streams. I know you're fun, and I know you're trying to have fun and everything. That's okay to a point. But when things get a little bit ridiculous, I really, really rather see positive communications, and I'm going to try my best to keep things right. As far as if I'm nice or not nice, guys, I haven't done YouTube since 2011. Okay, I've been a watcher of videos since 2010, but I've been on the channel since 2000, doing videos since about 2011. I started in May or so. It was a rainy day. I started my first video, which I had to temporarily take off at the time because there was music in it. And I removed that section. And then, of course, I did salvage it. I saved it because I had a backup copy on tape. So I was able to go back to the computer tape cartridges, and there it was. And so I decided, since I had a copy of it, let's put it up on as the North American Snoking Moments, and it shows my very beginning when I started out. And it's been a long haul. I've done a lot of great videos on YouTube, but I've also run into a lot of stresses too. So let me just say that one more thing. I was trying to say at the beginning is that number one is I am going to the bankruptcy lawyer on Wednesday for the initial consultation. I do hope it works out, and I hope that there will be some closure in my life from the horrible past of my life. I've had a very horrible life, personal background, and I don't really cover too much of my videos. But if you know anything about me, you know that since 1993, my life has been a traumatic roller coaster and challenges. And it has been a little bit better in the last few years, but then when Dory left, that ripped open a lot of old wounds that basically made me feel very financially vulnerable. And it's really hard because I don't want to mix up my personal life and my channel life. There's a difference. And so, like I said, if you ever do make donations to my channel, please keep in mind that I'm asking you up front. Please state on your donation if it's for the channel or if it's for me personally, because I don't want to have any more people accusing me of doing things that I'm not doing. I've always been transparent. I've always done my best to do a good job. And I'll continue to advocate and do the right things I can. but because I'm a human being and because I have emotions, sometimes things get said that, you know, or things happen that are unprecedented. And let's be honest, we live in a very dangerous world out there. We have so much stuff going on out in the real world. You got crazy nuts running around with nuclear weapons threatening to blow up everybody. Iran and North Korea come to mind, but I'm sure there are other countries as well that are just as armed to the teeth and would be willing to jump in and add to the excitement as far as they're concerned. Of course, the United States is one of the original big superpowers that still has nuclear weapons. And people are scared and unsure of who's going to be glowing radiation waste. And it's, real. It's scary. And so when I come on YouTube with these live chats, I try very hard to enjoy them and have a good time with Lemmy. And we need a break. We need that emotional. We'd like to have fun. And last week with Sue was very awesome. And we had a great time. And as I said, Sue had some personal issues to deal with in her with a loved one that passed away. Just to give you some background here. And so she had to go to the memorial service. And then her and her boyfriend, his name is Rick, are going to be spending some time enjoying some personal time together. And that's why she wasn't here. Doesn't mean that anything else other than what it is. If you don't believe me, you can ask Sue when she's on again. That should hopefully be next week. But the thing that I'm disturbed about is the fact is that these allegations, let's see, yeah, there we go. For some reason I lost the video. There we go. And the most important thing I'm trying to say here is that we're trying to keep our lives above water. With the situations going on in my lives, with the credit cards and the bills and everything else in the real world, it's not this exciting time for me, So I'm sorry that if some of you wanted to ask legitimate questions and couldn't. I really wanted to try to answer your legitimate questions. I really wanted to. But then we got into these situations with arguments going on, this one calling this one that, one calling this one someone else, and then of course I just needed to just withdraw from that because I couldn't cope anymore with all this stuff that I had to deal with it. And those 3 viewers are watching this, I want you to understand that. If there really is, as I said, if there really is another MicheleDalene, and there could be, and I'm not saying there wasn't, and she can prove to YouTube that she indeed does exist, and it's just a mistake, then there's no problem. But as far as she claiming that her channel is my channel and all that, and saying that I stole her videos and all that, first of all, my channel, like I said, has been around since 2010. Yours is very new. So I think YouTube is probably going to be more than willing to say is as well. MicheleMarieDalene's channel has been around since 2010. Yours has only been around since 2017. So how can you say you're MicheleMarieDalene? You can't. There's obviously the names are different. So are you really impersonating MicheleMarieDalene? Not really, because her name is different than your name. Okay, you forgot the Marie, which is fine. Okay, but the point is that it's just not acceptable, and I'm getting tired of this. But you know what? Someone said to me is once you get to be a certain level of success, that's when they start spoofing you. It's not when you're like this little podink backwater channel that nobody ever heard of. My channel is becoming very well known among many people. Of all kinds, all types of people. And I'm going to continue to do my best to produce good content. So what I wanted to ask you was, and I never got a response, or maybe you guys kind of couldn't hear the question in the noise, is in a couple of weeks, in December 1st, I'm going to be working on a tech video discussing lighting for YouTube videos. Now, I'm only familiar with two kinds of lighting that I actually use: incandescent and compact fluorescent. I have no experience with some of the other elite lights, such as high intensity discharge, such as metal halide and HMI, or there's something new called beehive plasma, which again, I don't know anything about any of these light sources. The only I know is that the plasma is the newest and it's extremely expensive, and it's really kind of very pricey. But the HMI fixtures have you can get an entry level one on eBay, which has a magnetic ballast built into the fixture for about $200. It's a per can with barn doors on it, and that's all I know about the fixture. I don't know anything else about it. I don't know how well it lasts. I don't know how durable it is. And because it is a magnetic ballast instead of a electronic ballast, it may have a flicker issue. It's 150 watts. What was it? They said that the general rule of thumb is with, say, 60 lumens per watt. 60 per lumens per watt. Yeah. Give me a calculator on the screen here. I can check that out. Let me just run the calculator on that. There we go. So let me go and pull up a calculator here. Okay, I said 60 lumens per watt, right? Okay, make sure I highlight the calculator. Yeah, there we go. 60 lumens per watt. Come on. It's not working too good. No kidding. All right, so let's try it. Let's just mouse it in. 60 lumens per watt. Time is 150 watts. Is 9,000 lumens. It's twice as bright as the bulbs in this fixture. Well, this bulb I'm using right now is a 100 watt metal halogen, so household type bulb. So it's not quite the same thing. But I wanted to just show you something real quick here. There's an old YouTube expression. These are the bulbs I use for the main studio. Let's see if I can get this box here. Oh, yeah, upside down. I got it upside down. Well, what I have? Yeah, there it is. 2,870 watts. 200,870 lumens. 750 hours life. And 200, and this is how many watts. These bulbs here are PS25s. So look at the size of them glass things, huh? Yeah, these are the ones I use in my studio. Okay, and I've been using these bulbs now for years. I bought this as a spare. I never needed to change the bulbs yet, so it's just a spare bulb. It's a good bulb. I like this bulb a lot. Oh, you gotta unplug yourself. And then unplug myself. Yeah, I see that. All right. So let me put this back in the box. Put the clip back on the cord here. Yep. Okay. Okay. So these bulbs here are really expensive, and actually, no, these bulbs are not. They're actually relatively cheap. They have proven to be very reliable for me. And I'm very happy with the performance of them. So like I said, if you guys are willing to submit a video, what about your choice of lighting? You know what you should invest in? What? Cordless microphone. You know what? What? That's not a bad idea. Because cordless microphone would allow us to do things instead of having to hold on to the, this cord running around with this umbilical running all over the floor. However, a lot of them use UHF frequencies that require an FCC license to use. I'm talking about professional ones. So, and also the ones I tried, the consumer grade ones sounded like donkey crap. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They sounded like shit. They sounded like shit. They looked like shit. And guess what? They were shit. Okay, so that's where we use a cord. All right, so guys, so first thing is I want to let you know, yes, we are having our live stream next Sunday, and I hope you will be part of that, and I hope it's going to be a good show. I can at least say with some confidence that we got the people actually came onto the show earlier in the questions, but just remember, when we do live shows, like I said at the beginning of that one, as I was waiting for some questions to spool up before I started answering them. As far as is there any questions right now, I didn't really intend to take any, but let me see. You know, shit happens, right? Yep, shit happens. So let's see if there was any questions at this time. I didn't expect to take any questions, but yeah. Look anyway. It doesn't hurt. Internet is slow tonight. Okay. So let's see. I don't see anything at this minute. I'm going to go to live now because I'm live now, right? I'm going to look at live now and see what I got, if any questions came up. And as I said, I did not expect to do live questions. It says here that you're not live. No, I'm live, all right. I'm right there. Yeah, otherwise, I don't know them. I really don't know. Sometimes YouTube has this really strange way of doing things. So I'm going to try to find out why indeed. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm live now, at least according to YouTube's Hangouts. So what I'm going to do for right now is I want to thank you for watching this. I don't know why it's not showing me any questions, but yeah, I'm live. And but for now, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you real soon. Okay? Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, guys.